Brahma beer. Let me see.
Oh, Brahma. Okay, that one
Uh,
I know.
uh,
The thing,
uh.
I know Brazilian. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I've drunk
Yeah.
a whole case of that before.
So just so y'all know, those are not gate operator models. That's just that was him trying to level up the redneck as person
Well,
by knowing you got Ken from Brazil, correct?
yeah, my grandmother and I got an uncle that lives in Barretos.
Is your Ken actually your Ken's in town right now, aren't they?
Yeah, my grandmother's here in the Carolinas with us now, but she'll be going back next month. But
Oh, cool.
yeah, I've been to Brazil, been to Barretos, São Paulo, and yeah, I've been through there before.
Well, Jesus is from Miami, so it doesn't matter. He doesn't know any of those
Miami
places.
is just like is a little extension of Brazil.
Yeah, actually, right now it is, Right now it is. Boca
Yeah, it
Raton
is.
and Orlando, Boca Raton and Orlando are just packed for
Yeah,
Brazilians. A lot of Brazilians.
because
So
but
so
no,
tell
I
us.
have no experience with PPA. As far as I know, that they're the new kids on the block. As far as I know.
Yeah, and you guys have been around for how long?
Here in the American market, 10 years
And
already.
how
10,
long
11
in
years.
Brazil?
In
How old are
Brazil,
you?
plus 40 years.
40 years. So
Yeah,
Plus.
cool.
tell us a little bit about just give us the sales pitch about the company, where it's from, and then what your footprint looks like here in America.
Okay, at this time, Brazil, PPA probably is the biggest factory in Latin America. It's based in Sao Paulo. Okay, they have like two main factories, Sao Paulo, and two other development centers. One is
Gotcha.
Sao Paulo, another one in, well, even for me it's difficult to mention that city.
Okay.
But yeah, so
But you do all the UL testing, and you have a facility here in Miami as well too.
Miami.
Tell us about that.
we have a distribution center in Miami. That's the one who have already 10, 11 years working. And yeah, all the development on these two products,
Mhm.
it was based on Miami.
And again,
Everything.
tell me the two model products that we're talking about.
We're talking about the Nexus Cube 1300 and the Brutale Nexus 3500.
And those numbers actually mean something in relation to the gate
The
operator, correct?
capacity.
The capacity, the weight capacity, right? So we found the worst gate that we could find at Las Vegas Fence that's all misshapen and all that stuff. We put it on a track, and we've been running this gate operator on it today to see if it's set up, and then zero problems with it whatsoever. So
good.
yeah, it was pretty nice. I used the controller. I don't know if you've seen the controller, Robert. But
Yeah,
this
I have to say.
all right, so just imagine, if you will, just a hardwired app. I mean, that's what it is.
Is that one connected?
No, it's not powered. It's not powered up.
Because the length of the wire, we can show ever the display.
Oh, gotcha. I'll add some videos on Two Smooth Operators for the display. The display, you really just in essence have to get used to, because the way that they label things are not the way that we label things. So hopefully there will be somebody that comes out with a little cheat sheet for that. But
Yeah.
Brian already know. I mean, he already knows something that I didn't know until today about the casing for the resolution and whatever.
So if I understand correctly, what you're saying is the case that's going to go around this is actually going to be English for the U.S. market. And
Yeah, because let me tell you something. The biggest thing about the products like that is you got to get the English barrier. You got. I can barely speak English myself because I speak redneck, but that people have got to be able to understand them, and
Yeah.
that's the main thing. And it looks like a good product. I saw the first video on that roll gate y'all were putting in the
Yeah.
track and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks pretty. And I saw it last year at the FWA Fence Show.
Oh, okay.
So,
And are you guys going to be at the Fence Show this year too?
Pretty much yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we got October 1st through the 3rd going to be at the Fence Show. So you could stop by. Not only will the Fence University will have a spot at the Fence Show, but the Fence Show, they're going to have a booth there. He's committed to that now. We have him on record. So if the contract hasn't been signed, it's signed now. So anyways, you'll be able to see it there.
Yeah.
made them commitments. So anyways, the other thing is too, is for you guys that are, we already have some people signed up for the next classes coming up through the next few months, gate operator quick start class. You guys will be able to, work on that gate operator, as well as the other gate operators. We have the Door King 6006, the Patriot. We've got the 3500 behind us and some automatics and stuff. So we try to get you trained on as much stuff as we can. FinchUniversity.com, by the way. Oh, and before I forget, we got Evansville coming up here pretty quick. We're going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Evansville, Indiana, and we're doing 2 days of how to install a gate operator, which is a tad bit different than our gate operator quick start class, because this is in the field, and you guys are going to have to do a lot of the work in order to be able to catch up with what's going on, where we might not work on each individual component as much. We're just going to be working on the gate operator out in the field, and we're going to be putting in an exit probe and things of that nature. So we are pretty excited about that. So I think I covered quite a. I think you're still on there. At least I see your face. So,
well, hey,
yeah, you got to get going. You got to get a better connection is what you got to get. You got to move out of the sticks.
Losing connection.
All right, I can see you. You got to take off. Well, you're taking off. You're taking off now. So anyways, thanks Robert for joining, man. We lost you on your connection. I see you cussing in the background. All right, man. We'll see you later.
Man. Yeah, man. Y'all have fun. I'll check this out later.
All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
Check you later. All right. So anyways, so the things that I went over on the board, as I was talking about it, there's a couple of more things I want to bring up. Handing is by swapping. This is the weirdest thing ever. I'd love to know the electrical part of it, but because of the design on these gate operators, and that they are using a 3-phase, what I'm going to call variable frequency drive, because they're using that to hand the gate operator, you actually have your 3-phase wires back here. Those are my words, not theirs. So the wires back here, all you have to do is pick 2 of them and swap them, and that will determine the open to the left or open to the right. So when we set the physical limits, what position should the gate operator end up at? In the open position or closed position? All right, so closed position. So for any of you guys who've installed any gate operators that have physical stops, like a 9150 or something along those lines, where it's relying on the physical stops, this will be basically the same type of setup. It's the first thing that you're going to do is to set the limits. But the cool thing about this is you also can set the gap to the physical stop.
It's not mandatory, but you can do it if you want, if you need it.
So if you want to create a little space, if I remember correctly, it has it in cycles or phase. It goes 1 phase, 1 cycle, 2 cycles, to the gap when you're setting the gap.
Is not. It's just it's not a magnet actually. It's not a unit. It's like a relation.
Gotcha. So it just says 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly. You just go in the programmer and set it, and then that'll give you the space in between whatever physical stop you're using. The 1300 came with actual physical stops on the chain, but you don't have to use those.
You can use that one because it goes with the kit. Mm-hmm. But also you can use physical stop on the structure of the gate.
So, right. Yeah. So that's what we're doing with the gate operator that we just showed a picture of here at the Finch University, is that we're using 1 physical stop for the close, and then we're using, you can actually see it, the chain physical stop on the open position. So it's relatively easy to do. So that's one thing that I forgot about. The 120 to 240, you don't have to select it. You actually just put whatever you want in there, and it'll actually figure it out itself. And it comes with a 433 megahertz receiver. So the first question that I ask is, does that antenna that's actually built on here, is it extendable? Really, in essence, if you need to extend the range or whatever, just put another third-party receiver in there. Okay. So was that a pretty good sales pitch for it from a technician?
I won 2 of those boards already. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you this. What did I forget that you can think of that I would know? Because
Wow.
there,
It was a very good introduction to the equipment. I don't know. You already mentioned the speed control.
no, we didn't talk about that.
Okay.
So how much, what can you control, and where can you control it? So you can control the speed, how fast it goes, feet per second.
Exactly.
Okay, and what does that go through from 1 foot per second to?
The
Can you
standard-
can you go below 1 foot per second?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, so if you're doing a tandem gate, which you showed me a picture of a tandem gate that you guys did that had 4 leaves on it, I think.
That one is a different model, but still the same, basically the same board.
Same
So you
principle.
will have the same
So you
principle.
can slow it down. And then how fast can it go?
Right now, by default, is 1 feet.
1 feet per second.
In accordance with
UL 325. Okay, gotcha. I can't remember if the 4th classification you could go 2 feet per second. Can you, Brian?
I think that's
The two can if you go to the 4th classification, can you actually speed that up, or is it just 1 foot per second? Yeah.
With the Brutale, I know that we can increase
Come on,
it.
you're supposed to know that.
With the Brutale, we can increase it in commercial environments.
Out of play because I mean you don't have to have you get in some classification, you don't even need them on it. Yeah, but you got a person standing there.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, I just
need the photo eyes as much. And
gotcha. Oh, that's something that I forgot. Remind me about the photo eyes that after we're done talking about speed. So you have speed that you can just set the speed, how fast it opens and closes it. But what about when it starts, when it stops, and all of that stuff?
The slow down, close to the limits.
The soft stop.
We can even control the area plus the speed in that slow down.
Okay.
Both options we have it.
So prior to it getting to the physical stop, let's say 4 feet, whatever the number is, because it's just using a number to determine that. So say 4 feet, you can say, this is when I want my soft start to